Live from New York, it's Ask This Engineer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask Engineer. As always, it's me, Lady Ada, with the two gigantic eyeballs, and Mr. Lady Ada. It's basically Halloween. It's October.
That's right.
It's all month. We're at the Adafruit factory in downtown Manhattan, New York City. USA manufacturing, design, testing.
That's right.
Shipping, kitting. It all happens here in the Adafruit factory. But right now, we're dedicating this next hour to Ask Engineer, our weekly show.
Like 10 years.
Wow, we have so much cool news, guides, videos, eyeballs, more eyeballs, light painting, all sorts of cool stuff. Let's kick off the show. Tell them what's the code tonight.
Tonight's code StampJoy.
10% off.
Adafruit store.
Everything except AdaBox and AdaBox subscriptions and gift certificates. You can use it tonight.
Supports us, an open source hardware company.
Yeah, we have all these people. We actually just took this shot recently.
Yeah.
This is all us on the roof.
Or after.
Yeah, lots of people. We have show and tell. We had Packet the mailbag's going to come by. Read us a little letter.
Time travel, look back in the world of makers, hackers, artists, engineers, and events. Factory footage.
TikTok. Nimbus, the friendly cloud entity. 3D printing. Got new products galore. We will answer your questions. We have some top secrets. We have a trivia question and a prize. All that and more on Ask Engineer. Woohoo! Yay! Crowd goes wild. Shh.
Programming note. Yeah. What are we watching?
We're watching Ask Engineer every Wednesday Eastern Time, 8 p.m. And we just wrapped up Show and Tell, which was Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So it's an hour and a half of electronic joy.
That's right.
I'm overjoyed.
Same day shipping, 11 a.m.
New York City invalid zip codes. You'll know on
That's
checkout because they'll tell you. We have
for UPS ground.
$200 or more.
Yeah.
And we also have DHL shipping. You are in Canada, you are in Europe. You want something not UPS? You got it.
That's right.
DHL shipping with prepaid taxes and tariffs and all that good stuff. So it comes to you super fast, super easy. Got these countries: Canada, UK, Germany, France, Belgium, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain, and more coming soon.
We also offer that option for UPS now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We got that going too. So now I have a choice, UPS or DHL.
Okay. One special note, though. No shipping. Monday.
Monday. What is Monday?
Columbus Day?
Oh, right. Okay, so we don't have USPS orders going out. You can place your order, of course, but it will not ship until Tuesday. So, yeah, you want to either ship with UPS or DHL, and or USPS if you don't mind waiting another day.
Okay.
Show and tell. All right, we had show and tell peeps. I'm going to read them off. Okay, we had a whole bunch of people at the show and tell.
Yeah,
Don't forget,
right.
we have that every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, right before this amazing show. There's more amazing show, but this time we have people from around the world coming by, showing off and sharing their projects. We had Johann Pedro from Adafruit Southeast. They showed off the joystick puppet. They're going to be talking about that. It's the arcade game puppet. They also had a 3D stamping project. We'll talk about that as well. And they had that on their 3D Hangouts. We'll also be talking about that shortly. JP showed off his clockwork goggles. Those were a cool build. We'll talk about that shortly with some preview vid. But he'll also be doing a live build tomorrow. So if you want to hang out with JP in his workshop, JP's workshop, check out tomorrow his live stream video. We had Tony D from Open Source Hardware representing Adafruit there. And we had a couple people there, actually. And he's got a Gemma M0 jacket demo with NeoPixels, talked about the design, sewing, capacitive touch. Sort of cool design stuff, and a guide coming soon, perhaps. And then we had some nice visitors. Christy made an ETA clock. So I guess it's like a Harry Potter clock.
Yeah,
I'm afraid
on Kickstarter.
I don't know exactly the name of the Harry Potter thing, but it's the clock that tells you where everybody is.
When we see it on Kickstarter, we're going to retweet it.
It's on Kickstarter. It's open source. Uses a Raspberry Pi 3. Uses a servo hat. It has built-in calibration. There's an iOS app. It's pretty cool. She said she got funding, but she wanted to show it off. So thanks, Christy. Ryan won a previous Ask Engineer Gemma M0 and built exactly what he said he was going to build, which was an early learning kindergarten, like a kindergarten grade or so, early grade temperature sensor. So it shows the temperature, but not every single temperature. It's just like in blocks of 10, so it's easy to see what's going on. And he wants to add data logging to it, so that'll be cool. We just had a guide that he can use. Rebecca has Gemma Hat 2.0 and is making clay tiles and is like got 50 pounds of clay, so that's kind of cool. Coding Pro came back with a project called Servo Survey, and I guess it uses like Google, OK Google. I don't know how it works, but it's maybe if this and that.
No, we have that.
Yeah.
Remember, I was trying to get that to work. I had the Alexa one, and then I tried OK Google.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you can tie in lights or other things or feeds.
Yeah, so this is, I guess, tied to
Yeah.
a Raspberry Pi or a microcontroller, and then it can turn on NeoPixels and it moves a survey. So it's like you can tell what color you want or whether you want to vote yes or no. So it's like a little visual voting thing. And also they wrote a processing Android app, and it looks pretty cool. Like had a little drag and drop thing going on. Azure had a cosplay prop gun with NeoPixels that was hecka bright. And you press the gun trigger, the lights change. So it's pretty cool, like this, like a Nerf gun looking thing. And Adam spent all week polishing parts for his scanning electron microscope.
That's right.
They look shiny. They look good. They look clean, and hopefully the scanning electron microscope will work even better. And bonus, he got another free scanning electron microscope from someone.
Yeah.
So
This
now
is
he's
cool.
got two. He's going to get another. It's going to be delivered. He's going to have
Yeah.
two of them. Twice as much.
Yeah.
Scanning.
You don't get lucky, you make luck, and eventually, and I had one photo, I think I showed this last week, but I'll show it again. I was the first person
To the right. Yeah.
that we licensed the trademark to for tiny.
For drawing a scanning electron microscope drawings.
Yeah.
So he made that by hand with a electron microscope. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, he's gonna just soon have a collection.
Okay.
That was the.
All participants in Show and Tell get asked in on the Show and Tell sticker. All you have to do is email support@adafruit.com. We'll send you one.
Collect as many as you like.
Part of the Adafruit Live series. We're on Discord right now.
Discord's pretty cool. This is our place where we do live chats and also event chats. So, for example, if you're going to be at the Open Source Hardware Summit, you have a Discord chat. But go there, hang out whatever you want. It's what do you say? It was the 24-hour makerspace you can bring your granddaughter to.
Yeah.
It's a place
We're a
anyone
sponsor
can
and
hang out.
supporter. So we have a chat running the entire time. Meet up with people. Maybe someone from Adafruit will give you some stuff. Who knows? Also giving away Sparky Blue Smoke Monster pins. Go on Discord in your project.
Share
show your
your
project.
Yeah.
We'll send you out a pin.
Did it not work out? You get something. Congratulations for it not working out.
Okay. We'll be back soon.
We'll be back.
Been busy.
I've been doing really important stuff.
Yeah. Okay, JP has a trailer for his next upcoming project. Take it away, JP.
Now you may be
Okay.
wondering, what amazing programming language was used to build those super cool goggles? Well, I'm glad you asked. It was CircuitPython. It was a Gemma M0 with
Yeah.
CircuitPython, our easy-to-use programming language for microcontrollers. We're reading a lot of Gemmas. I did a whole bunch of Gemma guide
Yeah.
changeovers and mini guides, trinket mini guides. So we're going to get a lot of CircuitPython projects coming out soon, and it's easier than ever to get programming CircuitPython.
And you don't have to even use Python if you don't want to. You can go to your locker, and you can open up your locker, and there's probably an Adafruit lunchbox in there,
Oh, well, who doesn't?
and Circuit Playground Express. It's for you. And where can people use it? Because we wanted to remind folks, you can use it with
Make Code, which is Microsoft's drag and drop programming. So this is a really easy way to get started with your Circuit Playground Express, and then you can use CircuitPython.
Where do they go right now if they wanted to see it in the simulator?
Right now, you go to makecode.adafruit.com,
Okay.
and yeah, you can simulate a Circuit Playground Express. So you can make your project before you even have the hardware.
Okay.
So why wait?
If everyone's on a computer, open up a new tab and just go to makecode.adafruit.com and bookmark it and make something neat, even without a Circuit Playground Express. Just do something cool in the simulator, post a link to it because you can save it and put it in the Discord chat. That's my request.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And also, we'll see what people want to build and what kind of
Yeah.
projects, and maybe you'll find a bug, or maybe you'll find a feature.
All right, Hex Mailbag. We read these letters to everyone at Adafruit every week. In our State of the Fruit, Lady Ada,
Okay.
take it away.
Oh boy, that's a big one. Okay. I just wanted to send a big thank you to every member of the team for everything that you all do. I'm always so impressed with the quality of your products, guides, live streams, website ordering, packaging, and shipping that you guys have. Also, speaking as someone who works in tech support and is often doing work that no one ever really knows about behind the scenes, I want to thank everyone at Adafruit for those types of roles as well. I'm sending this week because receiving AdaBox 005 really made my week, which had been a challenging week for many reasons, both personal and professional. It was my first time joining in, and I was thoroughly impressed by everything included. I love working with Raspberry Pi, especially as an emulator, and I can't wait to try out the Joy Bonnet. I look forward to tinkering with everything, including, and what a surprise to receive an issue of the Magpie on top of everything else. Thanks, Raspberry Pi Foundation, for including that. I just wanted to say thanks because I had the kind of week that reminded me of how important it is to express appreciation. It is the little things that matter most. Thank you all for everything you do in supporting open source, making education community. Best, Liz. Thanks,
Wow.
Liz.
That was great.
And thanks, everybody, for enjoying AdaBox 005. People really loved it.
Now, if you don't want to type all that and you want to leave us a nice message, you can call OwnBitStab. We'll open up the phone line later. That'll be for a giveaway, but you can use OwnBitStab and call us and leave a nice message. All right, time travel. Look back to world makers, hackers, artists, engineers. Right now, we're future focused in the future.
Well,
Living
so
in
it's
the future.
negative time travel. I guess time travel can go forward. I mean, there's no rule. It has to be back.
T doesn't mean anything. Doesn't.
No, T can be negative.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, Open Hardware Summit. We're a sponsor, and we have Tony and Scott there. Go say hi.
We got a
We're also
giveaway
in
in
the
the
Discord.
baggie.
Yeah, we have a giveaway in the baggie.
Yeah, oh,
There's
sorry,
a preview.
Yeah, good, yes.
And then coming up, 10/6 is Manufacturing Day. So 2 years ago, we had Megan Smith, the CTO of the U.S., currently not the CTO of the U.S.
Oh, no.
Was at the time. And we have a
Which is
full
cool.
35-minute tour on YouTube if you want to check it out. Just type Megan Smith, Adafruit video. And you can find it. And then today, we're in a newsletter from Nation of Makers where it says the following. That was a lot of stuff. It mentions Adafruit.
There you go. Do you
Yeah.
want to read the stuff?
Yeah, why don't you? Well, I mean,
It's weird because it's about me.
it's about you, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, it is, and I get it. Anyways, you're a U.S. manufacturing company.
Yes.
So check out Nation of Makers. I have this newsletter and all the stuff you can do in your community.
Check it out, Nation Makers.
Mm-hmm.
Every day can be Maker Fair. It doesn't have to be just once a year.
What's coming up on 10/10, Lady Ada?
It's Ada Lovelace Day. What?
I just laughed.
I know, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's Ada Lovelace Day. It's every year we do a photo, and we do a lot of blog posts highlighting women in the tech and making and electronics community that we are inspired by, and stuff that they've done that we think is really cool. Check out our previous year's posts. We've got like hundreds by now.
Who's Ada Lovelace?
Ada Lovelace was like an Edwardian era mathematician, and she worked on algorithms for like the very first computer. So the first computer didn't really even exist. It was a concept of like you had something like a loom, like a weaving machine, but you could program it and you could have it create calculations. And so she worked on the idea of, could you program it to create anything you wanted instead of having it just do one thing, right? Because they had machines that would drill a hole or make a nail or weave a fabric. But what if you had a machine that could compute anything? Computer.
Yeah.
So that's what she worked on. So kind of the first programmer, but there wasn't programming yet. But came up with the idea of this programmability.
Yeah. In the chat, someone said it's also the 60th anniversary of Sputnik.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's pretty neat.
Okay. Also, happy Halloween. We have a bunch of projects and more going on.
Halloween adds up. We get to blog all the cool projects from the history of
Yep.
Adafruit as well.
Okay.
And people are starting to do projects, cosplay
Yep.
for this year.
And don't forget, we do open source hardware, and we have guides. 1,296 Lady Ada. What were the guides this week?
We had good guides this week. Okay, so we had the Joy puppet. So we're going to show off that video from Johann Pedro. So we'll talk about that shortly. The Joy controller, really cute. It's a working Joy controller, but it's powered by a Feather M0, and it has a little face, so it can talk to you or move its eyes around or its mouth. We're going to build some more animations for it, but I wanted to kick it off with this one. We have a project on how to 3D print molds to make custom stamps. So if, say, you want to build the model that we made, which is Harriet Tubman, and you can stamp your 20s or your fake 20s with Harriet Tubman, go to town, have a good time. We even show you how to do it. Make a little trouble in your life. Clockwork Goggles, that's JP's project. We showed that teaser trailer, then tomorrow there's a live build. We have a guide for the Adafruit Dot Star Feather Wing. That was 2 weeks ago's product. I finally kind of got around to documenting it. You can add a 72 LED matrix to your feather and just have a dazzling display of light.
That's cool.
We also have a guide for CPU temperature logging for CircuitPython. That's from the community member who wrote it. And so you can use a Trinket or a Gemma M0 or even a Circuit Playground Express or any Circuit Playground board. You can not only read the temperature from the chip, so you don't need an external temperature sensor, but you can save it to the little disk drive, which is a really cool hack. Shows you how to do that in a safe way. And then Phil B's guide actually took off. He kind of wrote this sort of on a whim. He's like, I'm tired of making these eyeballs with Raspberry Pi and worrying about whether the drive is going to get corrupted. So he wrote up a script and guide on how to make a read-only Raspberry Pi, something where once you set it up, you set it to read-only, and then it only uses a temporary file system in RAM for new files, and it does not change the files on disk. So it reduces the likelihood of corruption or accidental destruction. And I think that's it for this week's guides.
All right. Well, we have some other stuff going on. We're still doing the promotion with DigiKey. So buy one, give one, Girls Who Code. You buy one at DigiKey, they send one to Girls Who Code. This is Circuit Playground Classic.
Useful for code.org or Arduino. So
Yep.
and sometimes you have projects that are using old 8-bit AVR stuff. If you want to use the wide library of Arduino.
Yeah, straight
stuff.
up Arduino.
It's straight up. It is an Arduino compatible chip.
Yep.
One of the oldest ones.
And we want to do this again too.
Oh yeah.
So
There's
if you
lots
have
of options.
Yeah. If you're part of a group that can do something like this at a big company, let us know. Okay. Also, kind of big news. Stickers. So I'm going to message Colin right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say hi to Colin. So I'm going to go to the overhead. So you can put my... Here.
I don't want to move it too much.
So I'm going to tell him we're on air. And let's go to this. And
Right down the way.
that's my phone.
Okay.
So these are stickers that you can get for iOS.
Okay.
Okay. So let's add a sticker here. And let's put in Minerva. So I think I press and hold. I'm not used to using stickers.
Oh wait. There you go.
Yeah, I think I just pick up a sticker and I like drop it. Like drop it around here or something. I don't know how stickers work because I'm not a millennial. I think I can put...
Maybe you have to have it attached to a message?
Yeah, I think I gotta go like that, and then I think I pick up a Blinka. But Colin, he's able to do this good. He can make them go all over the place and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Whoa, look at sitting an LED. And then I think you can add components, and then you can twist them. Bam. Whoa, 3 LEDs. So you can send adorable circuit stickers.
Yep.
It's a free app that we put up. You've got Hans, Connie, Ruby, Gus, Billy, Blinka, Mo, Cappy, Minerva,
Yep.
Sparky. Let's add some Sparky action here. Oh.
So it
Whoa.
looks like you have to drag them onto one of highlights on top of one of the other ones. Now you can drop it.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's how you know.
I'm a young.
Yeah, and you don't even need to have that, but it's free. Anyways, and that's from us at Adafruit, so you can send little things to each other. Okay.
Sweet.
All right, next up. Some factory footage from Adafruit. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm videoing you struggling.
Yeah. Oh, it's fierce. Video, guys.
Oh, but I am. Struggling for real.
Okay, and we have some more footage. This is the stenciler, and it pushes the conductive paste through the metal stencils that are laser cut
Yeah,
in
they
New
use an
Jersey.
LPKF machine, and
Yeah.
they cut it, and you can see barely the reflection of the holes.
Yeah, and then here is us testing a new product.
Yeah, this is our thermal camera feather wing, and so I think this was the demo, and they grabbed it from my desk so they could show like
Yeah,
you
it's
know when
hot.
you put a soldering iron in front. It's really hot.
Oh, okay. And then, of course, it's not a manufacturing video series without a beautiful sunset. That's what our pick and place sees out the window here at Adafruit.
Getting really good at these. Look at that cloud.
Yeah, we use Raspberry Pi time lapse with
nice.
this. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is great. Bye, son.
Okay. Next up, Nimbus, the friendly cloud entity, is here. And we have some big announcements with Adafruit IO. We already put it on the blog. Adafruit IO Plus is coming, so we'll have a pay version for folks who want to do more. We'll always have a free version, but there'll be a pay version. So, Lady Ada, while I get my notes ready, because I want to just talk about a couple things, what is Adafruit IO?
Adafruit IO is an Internet of Things service that we provide for free for makers and hackers, Adafruit customers, and even people who aren't, although it works really well with our hardware. It's basically a way for you to make your project that is maybe on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or connected to a computer, log data to the internet or the cloud for long-time storage. So instead of just having a temperature logger that saves to an SD card, maybe you have your temperature logger send the data over cellular, over Wi-Fi, over Bluetooth to Adafruit IO, and then you can keep it, you can log it, and then you can, of course, control things as well. So add sliders and buttons that then control your project remotely. This basically avoids the problem of you having to run your own server where you serve data and you have an IP address and like somebody has a JavaScript thing that they can click. We can't handle that all for you.
Yeah.
And you can use REST or MQTT to connect to Adafruit IO, and we have example code for all of them to send and receive data very easily.
Yep, so I'm wrapping up the very simple human-friendly terms. Because we want to be, it's not going to be 50 pages of a service level agreement that no one ever cares about
Yeah.
or reads. So $10 flat fee.
Okay.
You get unlimited feeds, unlimited dashboards, and 2 months of data storage. This might change a little bit when we post it up, but this is what we're going with.
Yeah.
We'll always have a free plan, but for new subscribers, the plan will be limited to 5 feeds, and everyone on the free plan will be limited to 30 new data points per minute. If you've been using it, we have a thank you for you. You'll hear about that soon. We're also going to stick to our privacy policy and do not track. Mm-hmm. It'll be clear who has access to everything. Your data is private by default. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, there'll always be a free service with the same, quality.
Yep.
But if you want more data, more feeds, more logging, faster, response times and all that, when you connect, we'll probably have that part of the Adafruit IO Plus.
yeah, and I think what we're going to do is if it's down for like 8 consecutive hours, we'll give you a free month.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. So we just have a couple more days and it should be live.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's keep going. 3D printing, Johann Pedro. Printing up a storm. So they have a couple projects this week. First up, today they did 3D Hangouts, and this is the sped up version of their video about Joy. And, do you want to join the over?
Yeah, sure.
So what is Joy?
Joy is a little 3D printed arcade controller that runs off of a feather and has a display. And it looks like a joystick when you plug it into your computer. It has a up, down, left, right on the left-hand side, and then A, B, X, Y on the right-hand side. But what's neat is that we added a little screen in the center, and the screen can. Just showing the other video.
Oh, which one?
This
Oh,
one's
this
the key
is
one.
their. This is the rest of their live
Yeah.
show.
So and then this is a DIY key charger, so you can use it with your iPhone 8. I think the iPhone 8 comes with key now.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also, I guess, had some people showing off projects. This is their 3D printing stamp project.
Mhm.
So that was from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
There's a lot. They did a lot in one show.
Yeah,
And I guess they also played with the stickers.
yeah. So here is the video that we made. So, a little bit of history. Last year it was announced that Harriet Tubman was going to be on the 20, and it looks like that's not going to happen now. So, you could probably make a cool project. Maybe you were really wanting that.
Mm-hmm.
So
You did. You're the one.
So here we go. Okay, and then there's Joy.
Hi.
And
Yes,
then
this is the joystick.
yeah, and then here's some money. There you go.
Funny money.
Yeah, so you can make the stamp, and you just like boop, and then you stamp your money. So don't wait for the treasury to do something.
DIY.
You can always make it yourself.
Seize the day.
Yeah.
So I want to add like maybe audio to this because you said it would be fun if it spoke to you. So the Feather has an audio output, so maybe we'll add little speaking words.
It's now time for
But
speed
so
up.
far, it just looks at you.
Speed up video.
Go Snake.
Okay, and to pay some bills, please use the code StampJoy. It supports us. A USA manufacturer. This is how we pay the bills here. Buy something and save $1 or $2. Lady, it is time.
Okay.
Kick it.
New.
When I saw Tony's jacket, I was like, new, because it reminded me of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, yeah.
New. Okay, let's talk about some really important with new products. We have a newsletter. It's our most popular newsletter,
Called New News.
but we don't sign you up for it. You have to try really hard.
No, we hide it from you. It's sneaky.
Yeah.
You have to log into your account, and then under your account settings, there's newsletters, and then you have to click the thing that says you want to sign up.
Yeah.
We will not do it automatically for
Yeah,
you.
we have Adafruit Daily, which is a separate website, and that's for all our different newsletters from crafting and cosplay and MicroPython and maker business and electronics. But this, you have to go into your account, and you have to really, really want it. You have to like click save twice.
Yeah.
I did that this morning. Something else had nothing to do with this.
No,
It
save
was an
it.
interface, and it's like, this is an important thing. You have to click save twice. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
I get it.
All right. So let's kick it. What are these?
Okay, first up, we have a little transistor kit. We put in a 10-pack of PNP transistors last week or the week before, and we've had NPN transistors for a while, but now we have a pack of 10. You get 5 NPN, 5 PNP. Kind of handy. Some people asked for it. They said, oh, I need only a couple of each. I don't need 10 of each. So I thought this would be kind of nice if you just need to make, a Class AB amplifier, or maybe you're doing some solenoid driving or LED strip driving, or you want to turn on and off something. These transistors are pretty good. They can do about like 500 milliamps plus of current. They're good for at least 30 volts, I think, maybe 40 volts. of drive. So really good when you are like, hey, I have a microcontroller, I want to drive a solenoid. This transistor can do the job very nicely for you.
Okay. Next up, a cable.
Yeah, this is a interesting cable. I actually haven't seen this before, but it turns out they do exist. It's a micro to micro B cable. And the reason this is really handy is
Weird.
if you have an on-the-go device, so a tablet or phone that has a micro USB connector, like socket on it, and you want to connect it to another device that's the on-the-go client, you normally have to use an on-the-go adapter, and it kind of sucks. This is much nicer. You just plug it right in, and since almost everything these days is micro USB, it's just you have this one cable and it kind of does the job for you. So I can show on the overhead what I had to do before and what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
So like if you had something like the Arduino Zero, which has this on-the-go USB port, so you can attach a keyboard. Normally you would use a cable like this, and so this gives you a micro USB to a cable to plug it in like that, and then you would plug your normal cable into here. So it's kind of like you got two cables, but that's silly. Why would you do that? You can just have this cable, and then you can plug this side into whatever you like your Joy, and it will even power it up, which is kind of sweet. And now you can have the Joy control the Arduino, and it acts like a keyboard, and then you just have the USB host library to manage that for you. Some USB host devices have a normal A port, but a lot of them don't anymore. A lot of them go with a micro USB, especially since this port can be either client or host. So for those situations, that's what this cable is good for. Also, if you have a Raspberry Pi Zero or a Zero W, you know that that's how the USB port comes out. It's only a micro USB on the go, and so that's a good place to get one of these cables, so you can just plug something in directly, like your keyboard or a mouse or a disk drive or whatever. You can do that with just one cable. So that's why I got it. Very handy, very small, compact,
That's cool.
easy to use.
Okay,
But
next up.
reduce clutter.
A keyboard.
Yeah, we have the little micro Bluetooth keyboard. This one is a little bigger. It's kind of a tablet keyboard, but I thought since we have the Pi 3 and the Pi Zero W with Bluetooth Low Energy and Bluetooth Classic, and it can do keyboard, I thought it would be good to have another keyboard that people can use, because you don't need a dongle. It's wireless, but the Bluetooth is built in. It pairs really easily. So we have the little micro keyboard, and then this one is I kind of like this. It was it has nice keyboard depth, which I like. Like the keys are, you feel like something. It's not that heavy, so if you want to have it stick, put something underneath that's all sticky to get it to stay on your table. It's kind of meant to be portable, but like it's thin. You can kind of slide it behind the monitor, or between the desk and the keyboard or something, and just with the paper slot, and keep it there. And then you can pull this out when you need to use it. It has a built-in battery, charging, and then it's just Bluetooth, and it works well. It's a full keyboard, which I like, and it's got all the extra keys, so really good to use. And so we tried this. It works with, of course, tablets, Android, iOS, whatever, Mac computer, but we kind of are carrying this specifically for people who want to use it with a Raspberry Pi.
Someone asked about the battery life. So I was testing these and using it. I haven't had to charge it yet, so I don't really know.
It's a couple hours.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't for
Enough for me not to have to go, oh my God, it's not working.
I wouldn't, it's not for super long term. I mean, for long term, you would just leave it plugged in, of course. But I'd say probably like 5+ hours.
Can you measure from the left of the Z to the right of the slash to give us an idea of the pitch?
I don't know. This is 10 inches across.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is 10 inches. So this is like 7.5 inches.
Okay.
It's not full size. It's a little smaller. It's like 80%, but it's not bad. It's like you can still use it.
Yeah. It's about this size. Okay.
Okay.
Next up. It's back.
I have some Zoxbox PCBs. Put them in the shop if you want to build your own. We don't have a kit right now because, well,
The parts are rare.
the parts are very
But this
rare.
is part of what you need if you were to do this.
But there's people who still want to build them, so
It's
I thought,
essential.
hey,
Yeah.
if you can go to DigiKey, Mauser, pick up the parts, and then you find the parts that you can't find elsewhere, you can make your own. But this is the heart of it,
Except no imitations. These are official Zoxbox PCBs.
and they're in blue.
Yeah.
The first one we did are green, but now they're blue with nice gold pads. I actually even made a couple updates and fixes. I made the DC jack slotted, so it's a little nicer. and I cleaned up a couple things on the traces
Yeah,
and
this
stuff.
is cool.
So
Okay.
otherwise, it's
That was that
it's
music that we played in the beginning of the show.
identical.
Was it Acid?
Acid techno.
Acid Techno.
I don't know who actually made the music because you just.
It was for something we used for Citizen Engineer, and it was someone who we contacted, and they said we could use
Yeah.
it as a track. Okay, all right. Star of the show tonight, besides you, Lady Ada, and the entire community.
Feather JoyWing.
Yeah.
It's coming soon, but we're going to have it in very, very, very soon. We had some oven excitement. The oven's back, so we'll be making
Yeah.
these shortly. So this is. Oh, can you go to the overhead? Because it's actually. I want to show this as a demo.
Let's do it.
So yeah, this is it's kind of this is a little handheld demo. I have a little display over here, and this is just showing all the buttons being pressed and detected. There's a select button. There's up, down, left, right buttons, and then up, down, left, right analog joystick. And you can read the analog values of I'm just sort of detecting if it's pressed or not. But it's one of those thumbsticks, kind of similar to a PSP. It's kind of a knockoff
That's super
PSP
cute.
connector. Works just fine. It's a potentiometer, and you got 5 buttons. And can you go to the overhead picture of it?
Which one do you want to go to?
The one,
That one?
yes, that's fine. What's neat about this is one of the issues with feathers is it's actually kind of hard to find commonality of all the feathers. It allows you to have 2 analog pins and 5 digital I/O pins because some, like the ESP8266, only have 1 analog input, and some have the analog outputs on the first 2 pins, and so maybe you don't want to overwrite those. And we were looking around for a chip that could do 2 analog inputs and also 5 digital inputs for like an I2C converter, and it didn't exist, so we made one. So this is our first Seesaw board. Can you go to the third image?
Yeah. What is Seesaw?
Seesaw, you can see our lovely logo underneath the feather logo,
Feather Seesaw.
is a chip core that Dean wrote. He's an engineer here at Adafruit. And what it does is it converts I2C to a variety of protocols. So instead of just having an I2C to analog converter, an I2C to temperature, I2C to digital I/O, you can configure the chip however you want, and then you program it, and then it kind of acts as like a universal translator from I2C on one side of the Seesaw to almost anything else you'd like on the other side. So this is our first Seesaw product. We're going to be using this a lot because there's a lot of situations where, maybe you want a rotary encoder to I2C. Doesn't exist. There's no such thing that does I2C to rotary encoder, but it's very hard to make sure that you have a device with multiple rotary encoders. It's very challenging to have enough timers to manage them. There's a lot of code that is required. By having the Seesaw chip, which is a very low-cost ARM Cortex chip, do the management for you, we can basically have this like fully featured, Feather JoyWing, and the chip costs as much as a normal I2C GPIO converter, but we get to customize it with whatever we want. So it's basically, a 70-cent chip, same price as like an MCP 23008 or a PCA something, whatever.
Keeps our pricing low, and you get all these extra things.
And it's more functional. You get
And
more.
in the chat. Congratulations to you and everyone who worked on this because they're impressed.
Yeah, we're going to have more documentation. It is going to be open source. We have to release all the libraries for it, so you can make your own. It's based off the SAMD09, which is a very low cost. It's the lowest cost Cortex M0 you can get, and has a built-in crystal, and it has a DAC, ADCs, a lot of ADCs, a lot of digital IOs. It has DMA. It can do like neopixels. It can do timers. It's got very functional. And it's, the cheapest chip we could find that can do this. So you're going to see this logo a bunch because there's a lot of times where we want to add like a feather that has a rotary encoder or UART or multiple analog ins, and we need something to convert to I2C. That's going to do it, and that means it's easy for you to stack multiple feather wings without having to worry about collisions. This is also why I did that gigantic I2C list like a month ago. I had that list of every single device with every I2C address that was used, because we wanted to make sure that we didn't collide with any popular I2C addresses.
It all makes sense now.
And you can also see on the bottom you can select multiple I2C addresses and more. So we'll be chatting about that soon, but right now you can sign up. We'll get this in the store soon. And we have CircuitPython, Python, and Arduino libraries. Or maybe, we have all 3 right now.
Yeah.
So you can use this with anything, and it works great.
Okay. And with that, Lady Ada, new products are over. Good work. Woo! So don't forget the code StampJoy, and that saves you 10% off in the Adafruit store. One Adafruit milestone that happened, and I guess this would be part of the manufacturing part of the show if I were talking about this during the manufacturing part of the show, but we've been working on our predictive purchasing tools, our work order system, all the tools that run Adafruit, and for the first time we had everything in stock to make everything we needed to make.
Yeah, Fab was 100% in stock, can make.
Yeah.
There's a couple things going under revision,
Yeah.
but that's
It's a big
not
deal.
their fault.
Yeah, if
Not
you're
me.
if you're a company and have like thousands of
100%,
projects, products like we do, and then we've also had our highest in stock percentage on the site.
Yeah,
And
in stock.
there is a way to measure that too.
Yeah.
How many emails do I get saying when is something going to be in stock has dramatically
There's
decreased.
there's a big jump between 85% to 90
Yeah.
and then 90, 95. After 95, it does taper down, but now it's, we were 100% stock, which is funny because the oven went down earlier today because some compressor.
Yeah, we
thing,
needed a
inverter thing. Whatever, it's fine.
the parts came out one day later. Back
It's
in
all
business.
good. We're back in business, but what's great is because we were 100% stock, we're like, this is like the best timing ever.
So it's neat because it takes a little while, especially the size that Adafruit is now, that you can plan all the purchasing, you have cash flow and inventory that you have to deal with, and then all the people that you need to make the stuff, then all the people to ship the stuff. And then at Adafruit, we have regular customers online, and then we have resellers. And resellers, some of them can order stuff that's not in stock. So you have to plan all this.
Yeah.
Millions of components.
Yeah, easily. No, I think we have 1 million capacitors in stock. I think I was checking. I was like, wow. Like
Yeah.
the 10 microfarad or 0.1 microfarad, I think we literally have 1 million of them
Yeah.
because we use dozens in each product.
Yeah.
You do the math. I think, 100,000 products a quarter.
Yeah.
Each one uses 10. That's 1 million.
Yeah.
But they come in reels of 10,000.
So as of a couple days ago, because I just finished up a bunch of reports and charts and spreadsheets and everything, Adafruit has never had all the things we need with all the people to do all the stuff that we want to do. So community, thank you. Remote and internal folks, thank you. It's 10, 12 years Adafruit's been around in some way, and this is happening. Whew!
Yay.
So I know a lot, I think, is because we kind of report to everyone out there. So we do Ask an Engineer every week. So it's fun to talk to everyone and say, hey, here's what's going on. And
These are really good. We're going into the holidays, which is holidays start in October. I know it's Halloween, but it's actually kind of the pre-holidays because we have a lot of distributors, which you all love. DigiKey, for example, is one. Micro Center, and they purchase a lot of stuff. And for them to have it in stock, they have to order in October. So in October is when we actually start getting the pressure's on to get these large numbers of cool items made so you can make your projects. And then October for distributors and resellers. And then AdaBox. And then working on AdaBox 6, which is going to be really cool. And then November and December, of course, is holiday sales. And a lot of people love to give the gift of CircuitPython.
Okay, want to do some top secret?
Yeah, what's top secret?
Top secret this week,
Oh, is my snack.
you made a snack.
I made a snack.
This is cool because you made this with a circuit playground.
Yeah, this was.
How did you make this?
I used CircuitPython, and I was at home, and you were working on some charts. You were like deep in chart land, and so I was like, you know what, I gotta leave him alone, and I'm going to work on some code. So I hacked on this code. Phil B and Dan Halbert also helped me out with testing and stuff. But I wanted to see, can you do light painting with CircuitPython? Is it fast enough? And the answer is yes, it is fast enough. And with dot stars, you get a really beautiful effect too. Dot stars do great light painting. So what's really neat about this project is CircuitPython, the code is only like 50 lines long. It actually loads the bitmap from the little disk drive that the CircuitPython code lives on, parses out the bitmap, extracts the color data, and then paints it onto the LEDs, within a second or two. And then it can just buffers it in memory and just displays this image. So you can display, I think I did 32 by 32 pixel images pretty easily with the 24-bit color.
All right, so I'll guide soon. Just some code on GitHub.
There is some code on GitHub. We have a GitHub repo that's called like Adafruit Learn Guides. There's some top secret. not released projects that might be appearing there as we commit code and practice with them. So you can go pick up the code now if you'd like.
Okay.
But and then you can use it with a Gemma, a Trinket, or a Circuit Playground Express, or any other Express M0 board.
Okay.
Using Circuit Python. I include the bitmap for this adorable Blinka Snack.
Back in the vault.
Snack it up.
Back in the vault. Snack. Okay. Let's answer some questions. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. Woo! Questions. Let's go to the Discord chat.
Snack.
This is where we're answering questions. Okay. What would be a way to test that keyboard for battery life? Just how would you know?
We just connected it up to a Raspberry Pi and just typed on it for a long time, or a tablet. We can do a test, but it charged within an hour or two, and then I think we ran it for a couple hours.
How do you get the fat on Raspberry Pi micro SD card?
You can use Etcher. So we have a guide even on how to program your Raspberry Pi. You want to burn the image onto your Raspberry Pi, so check out either a guide or just Google for Etcher. It's written by this company Resin, and they did such a good job. It's cross-platform, and it's like super safe. You won't destroy your hard drive with it, and it'll allow you to download an image onto an SD card really easily. Way better in the old days where you would accidentally erase your hard drive.
Can you use Adafruit IO as an app? Well, it works really good on mobile.
You don't need to use it as an app because it's just a website, right?
Yeah.
So it has a mobile mode. So we decided not to do an app on purpose. Some IoT type services like Blink, they have an app and it's like a really high quality app experience. But then you kind of constantly have to update it. Like iOS 11 comes out or Android, like ice cream caramel sandwich comes out, and then you have to port it and update it with that. What's nice about having it be mobile is it works on any tablet, computer, laptop, and it automatically adjusts to the right size.
Yeah, we built it from the start to do that
And
because we knew people would be
it's dialed for that.
using their phones to do IoT stuff.
Yeah, because if you have an app, you might as well have, like, if you're connected to the internet, you have the internet. So there's no time in which you would really be using it without internet activity anyways.
Okay. Next up, do you have a cable harness tester at Adafruit?
We do.
Okay. Next up, thanks for releasing the Sign Make magazine. Someone purchased one. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we have them in the store now.
Yeah.
Any recommendations for an arbitrary waveform generator?
Some people build their own little kits, they're using like the AD, like 8833 or something. I haven't really had a need for an arbitrary waveform generator. I've never really, it's funny, it's like when I did analog I did, but now that I don't. So I don't have any suggestions. That's kind of a terrible answer, but that's my answer.
Okay. We get this question once in a while. So Bluefruit Easy Keys.
I haven't gotten to them yet.
Yeah.
It's the last item that needs to be heavily revised. I might actually just discontinue it so people don't have to ask, and then we'll just put them back in stock when we figure out what the deal is. But we couldn't get the modules anymore.
Yeah, this happens.
Welcome
to supply chain.
Which is supply chain.
Population S.
And then I couldn't find anybody who made the modules the same way that the first one did, so I have to kind of start all over. I'm actually kind of tempted to just say, hey, let's just do Bluetooth Low Energy, because actually most tablets now and mobile devices support BLE keyboard, and so an NRF52 would do the job quite nicely. But we were also thinking maybe just doing it in CircuitPython.
Okay. How do you get the app on last week's show and tell? I think Coding Pro is in the chat. I don't know what app he's referring to. Maybe their app? You can put the URL if you figure it out in the chat. Okay.
If it's a sticker app, you can just go to the App
free.
Store
Yeah.
and search for Adafruit stickers.
Yeah. Is there any technical reason why making a Pi doubler or tripler would be a bad idea? There are too many less than full-size faux hats that are handy, but those, but I guess they're not as stackability. They lack stackability.
You can. The thing with the hat standard is the standard for hats. The only reason you can call them hats is because they have to have an EEPROM. And the way the EEPROMs are set up on the Pi is they all share the same address, which I don't completely understand, but it means that you can't stack hats. So you can only have one hat per Pi. With the bonnets and fats and other non-hats, one of the nice things about not using the word hat is you don't need that EEPROM so you can stack them. So if you have like the bonnets that we make, all the ones that, except like the first one we made, they're surface mount but have the through-hole pins, so you can use stacking headers and you can literally just stack them. No soldering, you just stack them onto the long pins and you can stack up to 3 or so.
Okay. So the M4, I think, was announced, but they're not available yet.
We have have a reel on order. We have not received them
Yeah.
yet. They got pushed back, but we are probably going to do a small run. No
Yeah.
ETA. It's not out yet. Don't ask.
Okay.
You can see we're doing work constantly in CircuitPython and in the Arduino core for them, but like it's not ready yet for public consumption.
Okay.
Maybe check back in a month.
Other than using Mills, what options do you have to run multiple threads on Arduino? Does CircuitPython support multi-threading?
CircuitPython doesn't support multi-threading, and the M0 doesn't have enough memory to do it anyways. Honestly, you would just go straight to a real-time operating system if you really wanted threading, other than like fake threads where you kind of like you have a timer and you sort of manage your job. We do have a multitasking on Arduino guide. It's really popular. Bill Earl wrote it, and it's really excellent. That might do the job for you. Otherwise, you'll have to look at an RTOS. I think FreeRTOS was ported to the SAMD21. It's just about fast enough to be able to run an RTOS, but there's a lot more overhead, right?
Yep. Next up, and last questions before we get something away. Here we go. Leo's working on an ultrasonic sensor. Is displaying a weird number. Have any tips?
Don't know. You'll have to post the Discord, see maybe people can help you out, or in the forums. You have to look at some data. A lot of times people have issues with their sensor's power supply problem, or they're not actually reading the sensor. An oscilloscope helps if you're trying to read an analog sensor.
Okay.
Tough to debug. These things are hard to do. That's why people like the all-in-one breakouts that just give you the data.
With that, other questions for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Get
Okay.
post in Discord. It's 24/7. Woo! Technical support in forums, of course, but help each other in Discord. Don't forget adafruit.it/Discord. Lady Ada, let's give something away. What do you want to give away this week?
I thought we would give away one of the Bluetooth keyboards.
Ooh, one of the Bluetooth keyboards.
Because they're handy, and maybe
Okay.
we'll tell them, they can tell us what their power data
Okay.
life is.
What are the rules?
Rules are, if you've won something before on the show, don't win again, don't enter again, because you can only have one winner per my lifetime, and the eyes see all, so don't try to trick me. Entering is easy. All you have to do is answer 3 questions, but the 3 questions are: who are you, what's your name, where are you calling from, and what's a project that you're building or you want to build. So the first person to call this phone when we put a number up and answer those 3 questions will be the winner. That's it. Just answer those 3 questions, and you're good to go.
The phone lines are open.
So call this phone number,
Yeah. And when you call,
and then I'm going to ask you the 3 questions.
I'm
Don't
always
hang up
excited
on
that
me.
this works.
Well, sometimes it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, only one
Yeah,
ring.
see?
Hey, guess what?
That's why I wait
if
for
someone
2 rings.
dials and they've never won, they can win because someone called and hung up.
Yeah. So somebody else dial up.
Yeah.
You can dial as many times as you like. You just can't win more.
Yeah,
than
I
once.
think because we're doing some weird phone hacky stuff. I think when one time we had too many people call and it was
Yeah.
like phone collision.
Yeah.
But that's the way it works.
Okay.
Yeah. It's there.
Do 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 do.
I'm here all week.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. Okay. Okay. I'll wait for a second ring.
More ring. This is it. I think this is gonna happen.
Hello, you've reached the Ask Engineer desk. It's Lady Ada.
Turn down your background.
Hello.
Yeah. You won.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Steven.
Hi, Steven. Can you turn down your audio because you're getting an echo effect? And then tell us where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right, Steve from Pittsburgh. What's a project you're working on or you want to work on? And I'm going to give you this free Bluetooth keyboard.
I am currently working on a heads-up display using a Raspberry Pi Zero and a really small display, hopefully trying to get like the hologram effect with a little piece of plastic.
Well, that's kind of cool, holograms. Well, this keyboard will come in handy because you can pair it to your Raspberry Pi and you can debug stuff on your very teeny screen using this somewhat large keyboard. So,
Rad, thank you.
good for you. All you got to do is email support@adafruit.com and tell them that you won a product number 3600, and they're going to send it to you. Stephen from Pittsburgh.
Great.
Well,
Cool,
congratulations.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, goodbye.
All right. That was it.
Good work, Stephen from
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
All right. Well, you can always call the number and leave us a nice message, and we'll play it at a future State of the Fruit meeting
Yes.
or in the air. Okay, lady. That's
Yes.
it. Just a reminder. Scamp Joy, 10% off the native store, all the way up to 11:59 p.m. We're here every single week. Thank you, everyone out there. Show and Tell was fantastic. Amazing projects around the world every week. We'll be back. We have a lot of videos that we're posting. We have a lot. We have a lot going on right now. We've never published so much stuff.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot
Live
going on.
videos. I got another 360 camera.
We
I'm
did
doing a
6
test.
guides this week.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
right.
Chart time for us.
More charts.
More charts.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you, everybody. Be excellent to one another. Here's a picture of Mosfet the cat. And here is your moment of Zener.
Good night.
Okay, buddy.